My Lords, given the public interest and for the convenience of the House, I've decided to inform the House that the Clerk of
how he ever came to be appointed, and all levers which can be pulled in order to remove him from public office should be looked into, including removal from the House of Lords.
Michelle Mone has not yet been stripped of her peerage. I assume the same rules apply for her.
The same rules should apply to everyone. What the allegations appear to show is corruption in public office, and I think that if that is something that is proven to be the case, then all the right steps need to be taken. But at the end of the day, my job is to hold the government to account, and what we have seen time and time again is a Prime Minister who shows terrible judgment. He was warned not to appoint this man, and he went ahead and did so. That's a completely different case from the one which you have just mentioned. And what we've been saying is that Peter Mandelson needs to come clean about every single thing that has happened, and we want to see an investigation into how he was appointed.
Does Prince Andrew have to testify in the US, and should Peter Mandelson also testify to Congress?
So I think all due process should be followed. I am most interested in what happens here. The Prime Minister was very happy to say that Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor should testify, but he had a chance to sack Peter Mandelson and he didn't do so. At every opportunity that he had, he did not sack Peter Mandelson, he did not kick him out of the Labour Party, allowing him to resign. He is still protecting this man in a way that he has no need to, and we need to focus on what's happening in our country, what our Prime Minister is doing, which at the moment is showing really extreme levels of bad judgment.
You've called for full and thorough independent investigation. What exactly is it that you're wanting to be investigated?
We need to understand how it came to be that Peter Mandelson was appointed as ambassador in the first place. It does not appear that there was proper vetting. Allowing special advisors to carry out vetting is not the right process. Why was this waived? This is the heart of the scandal. Why was it that Keir Starmer, despite knowing the allegations surrounding Peter Mandelson, insisted on making him the British ambassador, waving away processes which were in place? That's what we want to see a full investigation into.
The only person who's in jail for this whole scandal is Ghislaine Maxwell, who's a woman. Why do you think this is?
I can't comment on that. I'm not someone who has been part of the proceedings or the investigations, but where there are people who have committed crimes, they do need to be investigated, and where they are convicted, then they do need to go to prison.
So, Sir Ed Davey, you're calling for a statutory public inquiry into Jeffrey Epstein and his influence in British politics. Can you just tell me about that?
Well, Lord Mandelson was giving away national state secrets at a very difficult time for our country, and that is one of the grievous breaches of national security I've ever seen. So I think it warrants a full public inquiry, alongside making sure that the British victims of the vile paedophile and sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein get their cases heard.
And the Prime Minister's now taken a much harder line on Lord Mandelson. He said that he should be removed from the House of Lords. This is not long after he appointed him as his ambassador to Washington. Do you think he should have known better than to do that?
Well, the Prime Minister has questions to answer. He has to be held to account for appointing Peter Mandelson to the most prestigious role in our diplomatic life, the Ambassador to the United States. What did the Prime Minister know? What was he told? And why wasn't he told more? We really need to get to the bottom of that. The Prime Minister has to answer those questions.
And this inquiry, presumably you wanted to go quite deep and investigate all the associations that Jeffrey Epstein had with political figures in the UK. Do you think there are other people that may be caught up in this?
Well, the public inquiry that Liberal Democrats believe we should have into all this should have a wide remit. Yes, it should look at the crimes of Peter Mandelson, but if there's any other British politicians that have been caught up in this, they need to be investigated too.